Here we are. We come into this. This is episode 138 with Brad Adam, brought to you by John Howie Steak. This is going to be known as the Power is Down episode in Seattle. Brad is on his daughter's phone doing the episode.
She is very upset. She can't do her homework. Her online classes started yesterday, Puck. You know, she's doing 2 classes online. My wife's here to the right of me. She cannot get on, working for Alaska, nothing going there. My computer won't work. I hope this does work. I like the one functioning phone we have. I get to use it. So I hope that you're happy and proud of that, Puck.
Yeah, and we could have delayed things, for you. I feel like I'm putting the Adam household out here.
Chaos. Xfinity said they'd have it half hour ago, the Wi-Fi fixed, and it's very, very spotty. So everyone's mad at me. Yeah, my daughter said it's not fixed. Okay, you're right. It's not fixed.
It's not fixed. And what's your daughter's name again? Which one
Hallie.
is this?
This is the oldest, Hallie. Yeah.
Hallie, get used to it. This is life, and you're going to have to get used to
adapt.
Dealing with these internet people because it never works.
And there's never a rebate. She's like, do they pay us for the time that we can't work and do school? I'm like, oh, that's so cute.
Nothing
naive
ever
children.
works.
Yeah, I hear you.
And one thing Hallie's going to get to understand is, when they come out and they say they're fixing things and they say, we'll be there between 8 and 9:30 at night.
And you sit there and you wait and you wait, and they're just laughing because they know that we're waiting. Yeah, it's fantastic.
I'm going to give you a suggestion, and this is a shameless plug.
Oh.
Because maybe one day they'll get on board and start sponsoring pucksports.com.
They should.
I have never been happier in my life. Hold on, let me.
What do you got? Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Hey, it's Puck here for pucksports.com. I've never been happier since I made the switch to Quantum Fiber. Quantum Fiber is the internet service that you and your family need. Do you have a house full of girls trying to do schoolwork at home? Do you have a wife working for an airline industry trying to work from home? A television dad trying to do work from home? There's only one choice. Get rid of cable internet. The home is Quantum Fiber internet because it's fiber built into the ground. Doesn't get affected by the wind and the weather. Quantum Fiber. You want high-speed internet? There's nothing faster than Quantum Fiber. Quantum Fiber is the internet provider of pucksports.com. See?
Look at that. That was, dude, that was really good. One take?
Yes.
They should just run with that. They should run with that. Perfect.
I mean, like my wife says, I've been one take my entire life.
But it's been effective, Buck.
Well, right? Twice.
Twice. A beautiful family. You got, you're in your basement doing a podcast. I mean, it's been effective. It's
life can't get any better.
Right?
So how is it? I mean, we're going to get into baseball. We'll talk Mariners. Right. We'll talk John Stanton sit down with the Seattle Times.
Love it.
But the weather, how is it? I mean, how is it?
Better.
Where you live, I think sometimes it has its own weather pattern there on the Rock. But how are things?
Better now. The wind has subsided. All of the deck furniture blew off. It's still blown off. I figure if it's going to just keep doing it, I'm not going to put it back. So it's still in the yard, but that's in the back. Nobody can see it. Power out yesterday. Today, power, internet, again, very, very spotty. But we're going to get through this, and then maybe I'll switch to
Quantum Fiber.
Home maybe internet. I'll switch to that.
By the way, cheaper.
Ooh.
Cheaper is
you
Quantum Fiber.
You have me right there.
Much cheaper and month to month.
Wow. No hidden fees?
Not locked in. $70, Brad. $70. Okay.
It's doable. It's doable.
Yeah, You're damn right it is.
especially when they sponsor the show and provide it for all their guests and hosts.
Well, hey, I'm going to tell you, we can only hope one day that they
Yeah.
start doing
Well,
all of those
well,
things.
let's talk. Let's talk to your sales staff and let's get this going, Puck.
Okay, let me get to my 15-year-old daughter, who is, I think, in charge of sales.
It's a family affair. I love
It's
it.
like it's like learning on the go, right? You want to learn some things. Let's go.
Right,
Start
real
being
life.
a salesperson.
Let's go.
You know,
I hear you, brother.
I should start putting my kids like out there and like, please sponsor my dad's show, or we can't go to college.
Like bake sales or something they could do, lemonade stands in the summer, right?
Hold on, I'm going to write that
Okay,
down.
hold on. Yeah, this is going to be good.
Did you say bake
sales
and how about
lemonade,
washing cars?
Lemonade. And then they get the people in and they start talking, hey, what do you do for a living? Oh, that's a fun business. Do you have a marketing budget? Oh, well, would you like to sponsor my dad's podcast? And then boom, new clients roll in.
As they're walking by, because we live in one of these areas. Our street is a very highly traffic area for walkers. They're all walking to this park that overlooks the sound. So they're
with their
all
dogs.
With their dogs. They're walking every day. It's dog highway. So I think we sit out there with the lemonade stand, and then as they get the lemonade, we say free, and we hand them a business card. Make donations there. Donations to pucksports.com. Like a GoFundMe page.
And what else you do is you have like little doggy treats. Give those away. That's going to be big.
Dog treats that say like a milk bone, pucksports.com.
Your face on the milk bone.
My face on the milk bone. And you know what else I'm going to provide? Jesus, we're coming up with
what
great
else you
ideas.
Got?
Poop bags.
Nice. Right?
If you think the show is shitty, why don't you pick up your dog's shit with pucksports.com poop bags?
Again, your face, the logo on there. We'll get those donated.
But the logo is on the inside of the bag, so when you actually pick up
that's
the poop,
right.
or on the outside, my face is actually getting smashed into the dog shit and then being picked up.
Have you ever caught somebody like their dog going in your yard and they just walk off without picking it up?
Oh,
yeah. I did once, and I opened the door and I came out and said, "Hey, you gonna pick that up?" They're like, "Oh,
excuse me.
Yeah, I don't have a bag. I'm going to come back." I'm like, "Well, make sure you do." And to their credit, they did come back. I should have just said, "Well, here's a bag," but they said they'd come back, and to their credit, they did and picked it up. So, but you got to get, but they were just going to walk without it. It's like, come on, guys.
I should put one of those things out there, though, like a dog bag. I actually think
That's a good idea.
I think I am going to put
a
dog bag
some
with
treats,
my face and treats on it.
A bowl of water for them, and then a lemonade stand.
Yeah. It's marketing. It's guerrilla marketing is what it is.
Yeah. Now, do we say that the GoFundMe page, the donations are for your podcast or for your cute daughter's like school fund?
Kidneys. Kidneys.
This could be a fun summer.
Of the GoFundMe.
I do. To be honest, I don't do it.
When you get it.
It's like, who is this? Where is it going? I don't. I haven't yet. I give money to people that I know. I don't. Maybe that's just me, but it's like a GoFundMe. No. Where's it going?
It's not just you. Every time I do, and I'm a GoFundMe donator because I have a heart and a soul. You don't, but I do think that when I do it, the back of my mind, I'm like,
did I just give this?
I know
person?
This is really going to them, or is this just going to the bank account?
Mm-hmm.
My wife's car got stolen. Should I start a GoFundMe page for our car that got stolen?
Yes. Did it really?
Yeah.
Where?
We got it towed because there was a tire problem. We got it towed to a local shop, and in Ballard. And then it was, and it was placed there in the drop key box and all that kind of stuff and again, I'm not calling them out. Someone's like, you shouldn't mention who it is. They're going to get mad. Well, get mad. I mean, it was out of Les Schwab. I mean, I'm not blaming Les
Right.
Schwab. It happened. I mean, Les Schwab can't deal with the hobos. I mean, and you threw it in the drop box. Somehow a hobo got into the drop box. I
And
don't
took
know
it.
how.
Oh, dude.
Stole the car.
I am sorry
Isn't
to hear
that
that.
terrible?
Yes, it is. And of course, they're not going to be responsible, right? Les Schwab.
Ooh, Les Schwab?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it happens on their property. Maybe they will be. I'm not sure. I love Les Schwab. I'll still
I do
continue
too.
to get my tires and brakes down there. But it's I know exactly who it was because when we pulled up, there was an RV across from the Les Schwab,
Just
bunch
watching.
of hobos in there, stolen generators everywhere, and just watching. And then we went there the next day, and the RV's gone. So
Right. Done.
somebody
For sure.
at the party.
I remember Les Schwab. I got introduced to them back years ago in Portland, and they were having free beef month. I think it was February. You got new tires, and they give you free beef. So I'm like, oh, I'm in. So literally, I got free tires, or not free tires, but tires. And then they had a big freezer, a couple of big walk-in freezers, and they said, choose your meat. And I got like bacon wrapped fillets, which were fantastic. 4 of them. I'm like, really? I'm like, I get meat? I'm like, this is fantastic. And I've been a Les Schwab, customer and fan ever since. But now maybe I'm questioning myself because of you.
No, I don't question them. Again, there's not these
hobos
are unbelievable nowadays. What they can do, they can
aggressive
because they're like carnies. They're carnies. They have tiny little hands. They can just kind of put their hands in that slot.
Yep.
They can get in there. They got it. I don't know. They did it. Yeah, free. Free meat. That's great.
Free beef. They don't do that anymore.
Well, what is here's my thing. Yeah, I mean, so if you see I don't know if the hobos come over there, but if you see a black hatchback Audi rolling around town with a hobo sticking out smoking a cigarette, that's ours.
Like your new future wife, Charlie Hull, just smoking a cig on the course, huh? Smoking a cig, driving a car.
God, I love her. Oh my!
I forgot to check how she finished, but I mean, her smoking that everybody's
don't care.
Rip a heater, rip one, Charlie. She's like, yeah, you're talking about my driver,
right? Did you hear about the guy that? Yeah, did you hear about the guy that tried to ask her out on a date?
I think that was genius, and I'm surprised that she didn't say, "Come on." I mean, that's such great effort. You got to go out with the guy, right? I think so. I mean,
well, unless he was looked like some tubbo or something.
Yeah, a carny or something. Yeah. But
it could have been a carny, or who knows?
So it's pretty impressive. I mean, I give that guy credit.
She's a. Now again, I want you to be careful because you're in a household full of women. When you have some free time,
okay,
and some Brad Adam alone time, let's say like in the press box at T-Mobile, I just want you to maybe peer at her Instagram for a little while.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
See, my problem, Puck, is I don't know if you've been to the press box a few times. Do you see like where we sit? You know how we're deep.
Private.
We're not that private. We're deep in the corner. I'm next to the window with all the fans, and they got a row behind me, and I've got all the fans here, and a lot of them just come up and kind of stare until you're like, hey. So I got to be super careful, if you know what I mean. What is on my computer screen? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, find some other time, or just check it out. She's a very attractive young lady that's very good
golfer.
At golf.
I like that combo.
Just rips heaters on the course.
Did you see when she was signing autographs in her mouth? Just it's like Palmer back in the '60s, right? On her Palmer,
and who smokes cigs anymore? She's inhaling it as she's doing it. She's like, and you can see her blowing it out. She's like, "Yeah, here you go, kid."
Who smokes cigs anymore? I love it. That's
you don't. First of all, you don't see a lot of cigarette smoking, and then you certainly do not see a female just bottom lip dagger signing autographs for Johnny and Caitlin.
Hey, you think it's something to do with calming the nerves, but nicotine maybe gives her a little boost? You know, like baseball players with dip, just give them a little, give her a little.
I just think in Europe or in England, it's just more. I mean, I was in Italy last summer and everybody smoked. It's just like everybody. And so it's just over there. It's like It's just more socially acceptable than it is over
Gotcha.
here, right?
But I'll look for that Audi though. I'm on it.
Yeah, keep an eye out for just a hobo and like a generator that's on top of the roof.
Right. That he just took from a construction site or something. Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All
right.
You want to talk a little baseball? You want to talk a little Mariners?
I'm enjoying our summer kind of ideas marketing. We can talk some Mariners. Sure, let's do that. They're
did you
first
read
place
this?
Mariners. First place.
Yeah.
Mariners.
Yes. I heard you.
Only team in the
First place
division.
Mariners.
Only team in the division over 500. That's crazy to think in June, isn't it? Wow. Year to take advantage of it, Puck. Take advantage.
Yeah. What's crazy is that they're 7 games over, and they hadn't eclipsed that mark last year until August. That's what's crazy.
And how they're doing it. So I've got a new strategy that I'm kicking around. I want to see kind of what you think of it. All right. We know that John Stanton said that there's some money to spend, right? Deadline. So instead of adding a hitter, which we all know they desperately need, but they've kind of whiffed at hitters. You go back last couple of years, right? Free agents, trades. Not a great track record. Great track record pitching. So we forget about the offense, Puck. We don't even care. We go load up more pitching. We get 2 more bullpen arms, maybe a starter if you're going to rest Wu later in the year. I don't know. But you go just say, we're going to score 2 runs, but we're going to give up 1. We're going to win every game 2-1, 3-1, 1-0. Teams won't be able to score against them. So that's we'll lean into the pitching, Puck. Lean into the strength and not worry about the offense.
All right.
What do you think?
I see where you're going. I don't like it.
I don't think most will.
but I don't like it. But I understand. I get it. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, and I do believe it does make a lot of sense. Lean into your strength. Lean into it, and
I think they will improve the bullpen. Seriously, I mean, obviously they need a few arms, and whenever Santos comes back, they need a few more arms. But I think that makes them a lot better. I like adding like Victor Robles, right? Why add him? Well, he's a really good defender, right? I can see them now going to like an 8th to 9th inning defensive replacement in the outfield. Like Robles comes in, right? So he platoons for the platoon players. We're going to have multiple layers of platooning. Everybody will get to play every game. All 26 will play every game.
Goddamn Little League is what this is.
Right. And they'll, win 95 games because no one will be able to score or get hits against them. That's a thought.
Okay. Has there ever been a team? I mean, I'd like to look this up. Like, this would be a good little exercise for us to do maybe next time.
All right.
Who's the latest team? Let me see if I can spit this out. Jesus. That has won the World Series with the least amount of runs scored per game.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's what I'd like to know.
Yeah. You'd have to go. Let's think.
Because they're second to last still, right? The only team above them is Chicago.
Yeah,
or the only team they're above is Chicago. Yeah.
Well, let's think. Last recent winners, Dodgers pretty good, Houston pretty good, Braves pretty good. Maybe like the Nationals. I don't know how their offense was that year. I mean, they had Soto. I don't know. That's a good question.
This seems like a lot of work, and I don't know if I want to invest in all this work.
We've got interns. We got it. I'll take care of it.
You have daughters who need some college
there
credit.
You go.
Why don't you put them on
there? There you go. Yeah, but they don't have Wi-Fi right now. But I'll get them when we do. I'll look that up. I'll be curious to see if there's a team that averages. That's a great point. Under 4 runs a game, which the Mariners are doing, and won the World Series with an offense averaging under 4 runs a game.
I mean, my
I don't know.
We
That's
are going
tough.
back a long way.
Yeah, that is interesting. But I mean, the Mariners, maybe they do it. I mean, 7 games over 500 right now, right? And they keep this up. I mean, it's a lot to ask. And certainly Texas and Houston are going to get better. So, again, we'll see. But it is encouraging to hear John Stanton say that, hey, there's money in the budget, Puck. We can be aggressive at the deadline. We want to win the West, not just get in. I think that's big, that what he said, Puck. He expects to win the West. So,
Okay, well,
I like that.
I mean, I've heard, but
I like
don't
it.
know. I've heard it before. I just want to see it.
I know.
I want to see them being aggressive. I mean, there's one thing to say in an interview. I want to see them go out and do it. Like, actually go and do it. So I'm fingers crossed.
I know. We got about 2 months to figure things out, deadline, and then I mean, I don't think they're going away. So I think that, they'll certainly be in it and look to add. And it should be an exciting time. So
Be interesting to see what they add or what they can add. I mean, I know what the Blue Jays have said that, hey, listen, Guerrero's, he's not going anywhere. Bichette's not going anywhere. I'm still calling. I'm picking up the phone.
Yeah.
If I'm Jerry, I'm picking up the phone. Okay. You said Vlad's not available, but hey, but what about this? What if we offer you this guy?
Sure.
How do you like him? How do you like Harry Ford plus somebody else and somebody else? Is that kind of float your boat?
I agree. I mean, how can they sign both of those guys? I don't see how they can do that.
But they're so wealthy. I don't get that.
True. Yeah, true. But I don't know how invested they're going to be. I mean, they had a nice run, as we know. They made the postseason. Mariners beat them, which was great. I don't think Toronto's going to get there this year. I think they were kind of on the rise, and they went for it, and now they're, I think, on the downward kind of slope where they need to, if they want to cut costs, sure, cut costs. I don't think they're going to go in and buy at the deadline. So I think they give up one of those guys or figure something out where I don't see Toronto being a threat like I did at the beginning of the season. I could be wrong, but that's just what I think right now.
No, you're wrong a lot.
Yes. Just ask them. Just ask these.
Just ask everybody. Does Josh Bell float your boat?
Josh Bell, maybe like a year or 2 years ago, when he was Nationals doing well, right? And then the Padres ended up with him. Yeah, that I don't know. I mean, Ty France has done well the last couple of weeks, first base. He's hitting some homers now. He's getting some big hits late in games. The home run to win it. First game against the Angels. I don't know if signing somebody like him or even Alonso would be an upgrade, that much of an upgrade for 2 months. What if these guys come in and slump for 2 months? Then where are you at, Puck?
Well, I mean, I would say that there's a track record, especially for Alonso, that is much deeper than a track record for Ty France. I mean, I love what Ty has been able to do here recently, but I think there's an opportunity for Pete Alonso. I'm going to go out and grab it for Bell. I mean, he's right now 243. He's slugging 372. His OPS is 688. So he hasn't had a great year. Last year was not great either. He only ended up playing in 53 games. Yeah, you got to go back to really, I think it was his first year in Washington, which he really exploded on the scene. So that's in 2021. But no, I get. Listen, I love your idea about strengthening their strength and that being pitching, and I think they'll lean into it. I don't know about the starters, but I do agree with you on the bullpen. But I believe they need to find more offense. I mean, they have a designated hitter that literally it's to designate to hit, and he's not hitting. If they can upgrade that, and let's say it's Pete Alonso can do it, or you can, and then you can mix and matching and platoon even more than you already are doing.
Yeah, a good point with Alonso at DH. I mean, I think he's a fine fielder, but I think Ty is just as good, if not better, at first. But yeah, maybe you get a bat. You get a difference maker bat like he is. I mean, he's had 3-4 years of 40 home runs. I get just a presence in the lineup. Maybe I get that. Yeah, I get that. Garbers has found it difficult to be a full-time DH for the first time. figuring out like a routine, figuring out the mental part of it. I know he talks to Edgar about that. Even Edgar said it took him a while, a couple of years to figure it out and really kind of embrace the role and know what to do leading up to the game and between at bats and figuring things out. That's why they had Garver, catch, trying to get him more kind of involved in the game, hoping that would spur on his offense. And he did have the big double in the game against the Angels there. But, would Alonso be willing to DH? I mean, he didn't have a choice, but I mean, as far as come over and DH and everything's on the table, but I do think you're right. I think they're going to add Penn, and I do think that they will add a bat. And it'll be interesting to see kind of where they add it. I mean, DH certainly a spot where they need it. But the platoons in the outfield, maybe they're not a big need there. Rojas has done really well at third. I think they're okay there. Is there a bat at second if Polanco comes back and isn't what they hope he's going to be? I mean, I don't know. There's going to be, but what's good, Puck, is that they've got the farm system to have options, and people really like their prospects and like the system, so they will have certainly options and willing partners, and just see if something fits for them. Will be kind of fun for us to watch.
Yeah. I mean, guys like, but they do have options in the outfield, but Dom Canzone hasn't done anything this year. I know he's been banged up. Luke Raley's been okay. Dylan Moore has certainly shown some flashes.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch Haniger, after that great start, is no doubt cooled down. You look at his numbers right now. I mean, he's slugging 349, and that's after a real good start to the season, and he puts in all the work, and he's exactly what you want in a teammate and a representative of the team. But I just think at 33 years of age, I just think the wear and tear, playing this game like he plays it is really catching up to him, and then also that they really. And because they really had nothing going in the beginning of the season, they ran him into the ground in the beginning of the year.
And you're right, it is hard. It's hard to get everybody going and keep them going. I mean, we saw Rojas red hot. He's certainly cooled off. Same with Moore. Raley has been hot lately. Mitch trying to get it going, but he had to play so much early because Canzone and Raley weren't. Now he's not. And it's hard to make it all mesh at once. Curious to see how much time they give Bliss. I'm guessing he's only here until Polanco gets back, but will they play him every day, see what he can do? Certainly like his speed. And it's I mean, obviously they're trying to figure out, ways to score and different ways to score. It's been a struggle all year, as we know, but the guys keep saying that, and they're positive, and they know they can be better. I even asked Mitch about this, and he's like, I don't know what to say. I mean, we're all, most of us are, 100 points worse or way under what we should be doing, and there's no reason for it. It just it'll click, but we just don't know why. I mean, they're all positive. They like their guys, and it's just one of those things, Puck, where they just continue to win with the pitching. I think a lot of it is confidence in knowing that if we scratch 2 or 3 runs across, there's a really good chance of winning. And the pitchers give them that confidence. And so that's why I think they're so good in one-run games, extra inning games, Puck, because they know that if it's close, they have an advantage. If they keep playing extra innings, they have an advantage with the pen, and they'll figure out a way to score a run. Especially when a guy's starting to get second, that helps. And they just know that, we'll just play forever until you make a mistake, and then we'll capitalize and win the game. And I think we've seen that a lot. I mean, these guys are built for low-scoring games. They play a ton of them, more than any other team. So it's just they feel very comfortable, in those games.
I think people would love to hear your thoughts on this one, and in that Seattle Times article, what can you share? Do you know what the future is of the network and of Root, and how much are you guys involved in that?
Good questions that we ask a lot. Hello. I was very curious and kind of excited to read that article, and I find a lot of positives in it. We don't know a lot, Puck, in terms of next season or what. I don't what this landscape is going to look like. We talk to other people, other teams that come in and who are in the same boat. All those Bally's teams. We talked to the Royals about that. The A's are kind of in their own thing. Rockets have their own thing now. Rockets with the Astros, they have their own little thing. But teams come in, Angels, Royals, all these teams, we're all kind of in the same boat. What's going to happen with Bally's? What's MLB going to do? It's very up in the air for a lot of teams, and they're trying to figure out the best way to deliver games to the consumer, where MLB and teams can make money, right? Let's not kid ourselves. That's kind of the main goal there. To get the most distribution, most platforms, and make the most money. And so they're still trying to figure that out. So I think that we're a viable player, obviously, this year. And I'm hoping, as the article said, that, I'm hoping it's looking like next year too. But as far as like the details and them talking to MLB, I don't know specifics at all. They don't.
How about on a human side, though? I mean, listen. I mean, I've gone through a transition in work. There's a lot of people that are listening and watching. I mean, it's got to be. I would assume. I don't want to put words in your mouth. It's got to be uneasy around there. The people in front of the camera and behind the camera, right? This is your livelihood. You just celebrated. Right. How many years did you just celebrate there?
24, my friend.
24 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing they've kept you around
this long.
It
is amazing.
Jesus Christ. When are they going to wake up and realize it's not working?
This is their excuse right here. They're like, finally, we can get rid of them. We'll just ditch the network.
We've been trying to get out of Brad Adams for years, and it's going to take this to do it. But, I mean, there's a lot of people that I know that I know behind the scenes. And, I mean, it's hard. I mean, you guys love what you do. And so it's hard to have this probably, you know, in flux and up in the air.
Absolutely. And it's something that we talk about often, obviously, at work. And to see some colleagues leave and downsize and our cuts this year, and, with the Kraken leaving us and some people leaving us. So, yeah, it's not been a fun year for us. Luckily, the Mariners are playing well, and that's been fun for us. But just the unknown has been difficult, so we're hoping that we get positive news. The article, I took a lot of positives out of it. So I'm just hoping we just keep doing it. We're celebrating 25 next year, Puck. I'm sure I get some type of a nice gift, right? What's 25 in broadcasting? Yes. Gold or wood?
I will.
Wood?
Pucks,
Paper?
What do you get someone who has terrorized us for 25 years on TV? We'll find something.
Yeah.
We'll find something for you. All right. I'll cut you loose. It's been a fun show today amidst all the chaos with the internet and the weather. Stay safe. Thank you to your beautiful daughter for helping us out.
Yes, I would not have figured this out by myself.
You're an American pioneer.
Thank you. I'll see you at 6 for the pregame.
No, you wouldn't have not.
No, I would not have done
Okay, there he is, Brad Adams. No, you wouldn't have. Brad, it's brought to you by John Howie Steak. Entertain your next clients, family, friends. John Howie Steak. Experience the best dining experience in the city. Visit johnhowiesteak.com.